Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Ooh. The strength to carry on is what we need sometimes. Yeah. When days of trouble come, they will arise. We need a strength to carry on. Temptations, they surrounded me, and sometimes I was a little stray. But Jesus was tempted in every way, but without no sin or shame. He carried on and lay that wait upon the Lord. They shall renew their mind, shall renew their strength, mounting up with wings as eagles, receiving strength to carry on. The strength to carry on is what I need right now, Lord. Christ in me, the hope of glory, God's only Son. He's my strength to carry on. His peace and love surrounds me, and that's why I choose to stay.
Can you make close friends in that sort of industry?
Well, I didn't, so it's hard for me to go back. I certainly can doing what I do now, but it is a lonely journey in many ways. I think for families it's very difficult. You're on the road all the time, very difficult for children, marriages. I became incredibly mistrustful, had a lot of baggage issues before I became a believer. And you're running, you know, for that period of time where people think, or record companies think you have that potential to make money. Obviously, you are running against everything. This interview, that interview, that country, that back in the studio, remixing, back on that magazine. It's a treadmill, you know, and so you don't have time to develop relationships in that sense either. And it's all a bit, well, it is superficial.
Yeah. Because how old were you at that period in your life?
I was, well, I was about in my 20s, so I was in my, about 26, 27, I'm 51 now. Yeah, I was 28.
Yeah. So still, you know, fairly young.
Yeah.
And, you know...
I was terribly naive.
Really?
Yeah, I mean now they're much more successful younger, aren't they?
Yeah.
And God knows how they cope. Really, you know, they don't cope. If you look back at high profile celebrity, fame people, even back to the 40s, you know, 50s, Elvis, you know, Marilyn. That's why you see us all with hats on and sunglasses, because we can't cope. We weren't actually, I believe anyway, we weren't created to be worshipped. You know, God's got no issues with us admiring one another and saying, you do a great job, and having admiration, but worship. So I don't think we're actually biologically, chemically, spiritually made to cope with that, and history has proven that to me and my own experience.
But still, so many people are striving for it. You must see all these people on the X Factor.
Yeah.
You know, what would you say to those people at the moment? Some of them may turn around and say, you know, it's all right for you. You've tasted that fame, and we can probably cope with it. What would you say to somebody now who's trying to follow in your footsteps?
Well, I would say, obviously, that in my own experience, there will come a time where you'll find out that actually fame, for fame's sake, is empty, and you will find dissatisfaction in that. A. And B, you have not been created to reflect your own glory, if you like, and be glorified and worshipped and so on, pin-ups and all that. We have been created, which is so cool, to reflect the glory of God.
Do you think, though, the experiences you had during that period sort of set you up on the path you're on at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. The things that have happened to me led me to, as I said, search for something fulfilling, deeper, and in fact I was looking for a God. Who's God? Which God? I had no idea. I wasn't churched. I wasn't born in an Islamic regime. I wasn't born in India. I wasn't born a Hindu. I had no connection to God whatsoever, only what the media fed me. And in fact, I had no interest whatsoever in Christianity because of what the media kind of fed me, really, that it was this and that.
Was there one sort of defining moment that sort of turned you to God? Is there something you can put your finger on?
Oh, few. But yes, I did have a particular. As I actually had a breakdown in my life after the second album, and I was searching, as I said, and I came to the place where I was agoraphobic, and I was at home, I couldn't go out, and I finally said to my mother, who was staying with me, do we have a Bible? Because I've looked at everything else. I looked at the Quran, I visited gurus, I bought the crystals, I bought the angel card, I did the yoga positions. You know, I was tortured looking for, I actually wanted truth. I didn't really want anything else, but I wanted truth. I just wanted to know who had the absolute truth and which God did it connect with. Because I always believed there must be something greater than us. And I remember reading the Bible, you see, opening it up, and...
literally back to front?
I didn't know what I read. I didn't understand anything. Yeah. I couldn't tell you what I read today at all, but I had a personal... I can't explain, a supernatural experience that physically went through my body. The most wondrous... I don't know, it's like, I was trying to explain it to a friend before, that if you've been in love, obviously been in love.
Still am, yeah.
All the audience watching
there
going, oh. Well, okay, you know that feeling when you fall in love, it's just fantastic. It was like 1,000,000 times multiplied. That sense of love and excitement, and it was fantastic. So that was the defining moment for me, that said it's something to do with that book that I've just put down.
Yeah.
And I knew I'd had a divine encounter, if you like.
So what is the difference now between that YAZZ who was 26 and the YAZZ sitting in front of us at the moment?
Oh, huge. Huge. I mean, this is a different woman. I'd be terrifying if I wasn't. If I was sitting here in a rara skirt with blonde hair, I should think you would be terrified, thinking, poor woman. That poor woman, she hasn't moved. No, I am a richer person for my faith. I am less fearful. I have a purpose and meaning to my life that gets me up in the morning and makes me go. I have passion, and I have passion for music, passion. But I think singing and making these albums is the best I've ever done in my life.
Really?
I feel like I'm in the best place I've ever been in my life. Yeah.
So tell us about a YAZZ concert.
And I think I'm singing the best I've ever sung, actually, now I think about it.
So what do people see when they come to a concert now?
Oh,
or hear?
It's great. Great music, fantastic band. We haven't got the full band today, but we do have a 12-piece band. And I tell the story, a great story. I talk about the music business. We have some laughs, you know, we have some food after, and we sing songs. And it's a great night. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds it. Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to seeing it.
Are you coming?
Oh, absolutely. We're staying. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Front row seats.
Okay, good. Okay.
So, and the future, you're travelling now and doing more concerts?
Well, I live in Spain, as you know, in the south.
Absolutely.
And I work a lot there. So now we've got the new album, we're on that time of taking it out. And we have, quite a few events coming up. One in Essex, I mentioned.
Yes.
Don't say it, the only way is Essex. I know. I know. I'm sure I'm going to get that so much all night in that place.
I hope not.
Oh, well.
No.
It's like Facebook Live. That's what I think it is.
Right.
Like that program. Anyhow.
And why did you choose Spain to live in?
My husband. Yeah, had something to do with that. He's from Granada.
Ah,
Yeah, so I met my husband and we courted for a year, and then he became a Christian, and we married, and settled here with my daughter from my first marriage, who's 21 now and just an angel. She's fantastic.
How does that feel, having a 21-year-old daughter?
I so love being a woman. I just love being a mum. You know, I feel very fortunate.
And is she musical like
Not
you?
all the time, actually,
Yeah, no.
but most of the time.
Yeah.
And there are other issues of being this age, which we won't go into, but the women know what I'm talking about.
But your daughter, 21, following you in your footsteps?
She's very creative.
Yeah.
She likes singing, she can sing, but she doesn't want to be a singer. I think she might go in the graphic arts designing. She likes product design. She's got some ideas, visions that she'd like to do.
Yeah.
We'll see. I've got to get her through uni, and I've run out of money. Yeah, you know. So I'm doing everything I can, and we're trying to, you know, she's working. We'll see. You know,
We'll see.
I'm the same as everyone.
Yeah.
You know.
It's been lovely meeting you.
And you.
And hopefully it won't be long
Great.
before you're back in this part of the world again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, yes, thank you.
God bless all you.